formations. I'll walk up here towards the head where the music is, and I'll say I want you and you to turn around and face me. Alrighty, put your partner on the right. And I've got a father and a daughter. Okay, everybody else line up behind him. Now, you're lining up, flowing in from the edges of the hall. If you have fathers and daughters, the fathers are going to have their hands on their daughter, and they're going to be lining up this way. I'm going to have guys over here. I'm going to have anywhere between 1 and 4 daughters strung out this way. Okay? So, my first set in line, and everybody at this point in time, I've got a line of about 12 people, and everybody's staying out saying, what do I do next? I go down the line and sort. If a guy's got 2 daughters, they stay where they are. If they have 3 daughters, one pair becomes a pair between the other 2. And I go down the line. They're close to dad that way. And I've got them sorted into packages that work pretty good. You know, one man can handle 2 daughters, he can't handle 3 or 4. Alrighty? And so I go down the line, this little quick line, and sort. While I'm doing this, everybody on the floor is watching what happens. I go up to the head of the hall and I say, okay, let's start the next stack here. And then once it gets going and people are sorting into the stack, because monkey see, monkey do, then I go over here and say, here's the next stack. And we go down the hall, and you know the length needs to be approximately the same length as the previous set. I can do all of it in probably less than 1 minute. And I've got 350 people organized in the stacks looking at it. Everybody turn and face your partner. You have contra lines. You know where I got this from? Him. Never thought about this before. And how I evolved it in terms of the father-daughter thing has been interesting to watch the dynamics. But it works, and it works extremely fast. Okay, yes?
When you start out in a 3-daughter situation, would you want the oldest daughter as the father's partner directly?
Oh, I could care less. Dad knows best.
But the 3 daughters behind each other. 1, 2, 3.
Well, if they got 3 daughters behind each other, I usually put one of the older daughters into the position of the man. And one of the youngest, maybe the youngest daughter, at the position across from her, and yet Dad handled the middle one. You know, what I'm looking for is who's going to be in charge. And what I'm looking to achieve is the fact that I've got somebody who knows how to control the person in the opposite line. And that's the critical thing.
You have 2 daughters, and you have the father looking at both your daughters?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah. 2 daughters, father looking at both the daughters, no sweat. All right? Okay, formation change, and the dance I normally use goes like this. Everybody forward and back. All right? Nobody knows what a forward and back is. So instead of that, I say everybody walk forward 3 steps, high five the opposite, back up 3 steps and clap both your hands. Just once. Don't get excited. All right? And it goes like that. Everybody go forward and back. 1, 2, 3, smack, back, 2, 3, clap. The audible cue is absolutely essential. They will pick up on the audible cue before they pick up on anything else. Because the audible cue says, I've done it right. And that's the key to the whole thing. And a lot of people say, don't worry about it whether they're on time, and that is wrong. Because they're also listening to the music, and they will pick up before you do that this has something to do with music. So, we're going to do this twice. We're going to, wait a minute. Yes, I did that one twice. Okay, we're going to do it twice. Go. 1, 2, 3, bang, back, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, bang. Turn the opposite, right hand around. All the way around, opposite. Good. Wonderful. All the way around, step back into your home line. Where's home line? Yeah, you were beautiful. We had one up here, turn and face the person beside her. You know, she knows as a square dancer who her partner is. I didn't say partner, I said turn the opposite. Words are important. All right? And I don't get into a lot of details, all right? Everybody go forward and back. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, back, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, back, turn the opposite right, to the opposite left. Oh, you're very typical of fathers and daughters, right? Now, everybody make a big long two-hand tunnel like this. Top couple, go down through the tunnel to the end of the line and stop. Single file, everybody else come this way. All righty? Everybody back away, we're going to do it again. Everybody go forward and back. Do it again. Right arm turn. Left arm turn. That's enough. All right? Now, are you ready to go down through the tunnel? Make a two-hand tunnel, and you scoot down through the middle. Single file. Everybody else come this way. And I'll be up and down the stacks, you know, looking at them and say, come on, come this way. All right, January 12th, or January 7th. Forward and back. Right arm turn. Left arm turn. Make a two-hand tunnel. Top couple go down. Listen, not doing anything yet. Everybody go forward and back. Do it again. Right arm. Left arm. Top couple go down. Now you go down. Now you go down. Back up. Everybody go forward and back. Right. Left. You go down. Come on up. You go down. Come on up. You go down. Come on up. You go down. Back up and forward and back. Number 1, go down. Now number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And we'll stop the music for this demonstration. Okay, notice a couple things. I don't do a lot of pre-direction. I want to get them dancing on the floor. I want to get them moving. I want to get one couple going down the center. I might do it with one at a time for 3 or 4 sequences. Then I will grab the top 2 and send them down the center. Typically, when I do that, the first time one goes down, I don't care. The next time the stack's going or the line's going on the outside, I'll pick up the fact that I want number 1 and number 2. I very seldom have to stop and explain this. They will pick it up automatically. If I've got a disaster going, we go along with ones and I will go down to the individual stacks and do my starter bit. By the time we're into this, I've got an 8-minute piece of music here to do this, and you really do use up all the 8 minutes. I've got all the stacks going and everything's going fine, and I'm up and down the line getting things organized. Rather than to stop and explain this 1, 2, 3 thing, I get one set going, and the next set going, and the next set going, and the next set going. I've got an 8-minute piece of January 7J. And the music, okay, notice the amount of time the first time I left you for the center couple to go down, or the top couple to go down the top. At a party where you've got them in lines of 12 or 13 or 14, I'll guarantee you, you will take up every second and every beat of that to get the top couple down to the foot in all of the sets you've got going. They don't mind sitting and waiting if they've got a good accurate set, but what you need to get the point across is everybody's going to get down at the bottom, and I think it's important for me mentally to start the next cue on the top of the music. And so I allow a huge amount of time at the tail end of this just to get people down through the tone so that my mentality starts to tell the people, hey, this goes to the music. This is fun. Okay? So, with that in mind, I will normally do a second dance in the same formation. And I've got a dance that requires either 4 or 5 couples. So my action is, fine, let's go down through here and I'll take it about here. And I want you to move your line that way, and I want you to move your line that way a little bit. Okay, now you're the top of this line. And they already knew who the top of that line is. I'll start down through the chunk one way, and I'll start separating them off in the middle and breaking this up into 2 lines visually, and I will tell each top pair that they're the head of their line. That way, I've got starters for the whole thing. By the time I turn around at the end of the hall, there's usually a sharp pair that are already starting to divide this way. And so where it may take me a little bit of time headed this way, it takes very little time headed this way because they know what's up. Okay? We're going to use essentially the same basics, and we're going to change the order just a little bit. It's going to be everybody forward and back, right arm turn. So go ahead and do it. Everybody go forward and back. Right arm turn. Everybody go forward and back. Left arm turn. All right? Just a little bit of difference to go on there, and I forget what I was going to use this to. Actually, gimmick on the figure is head couple march down the center. All righty? Bring it up the girls' line. Bring your arch up over the girls' line.
Arch over down.
And down over the boys' line. Okay. I don't give them any more instruction than that. I don't care if they turn around and the guy stays in the center or the girl stays in the center. I don't care. What the idea I want to get across that this is an arch, and you're going to bring it up one line and down the other line. Who's in the center doesn't matter. Most of the time, the father will stay in the center, and the girls will come up the outside, and they'll swing around and go down the other way. But if they don't, that's not important. All right, let's go ahead with marching Victoria. I use them back. Everybody forward and back. Right arm turn. Forward and back. Left arm turn. Head couple make an arch. Take it down the center. Bring them up the arch. Go down the other side. Everybody forward and back. Right arm. Forward and back. Left arm. Head couple down the center. Forward and back, do one more change. Right arm. Left, forward back. Left arm. Head couple down the center. All right, music off. I may occasionally, depending on the group, if they've really absorbed everything very quickly, I've got a third one that I can bring up, put in here. And that keeps them in this formation 3 times. Typical parties that I do, they would like to have me do 45 minutes nonstop, take a 15-minute break so they can get cookies and a little bit of liquid going into them. And then we start again and do another half hour. So I've got 45 minutes, 15-minute break, and then cookies. Typically what happens is, I don't take 15 minutes. 10 minutes, they've stuffed a few cookies in their mouth, a little bit of a drink. What I do is I put on either the birdie dance or the hokey pokey. Is there anyone who is not familiar with these 2 dances? The birdie